everyone, it's Ellie and welcome back to my channel. Okay, so this looks like it's all really close to the camera, but I promise it's just because everything's really piled up, so don't worry about that. Today I am going to be taking a look or giving you a kind of a tour, I guess, of all of my used journals. I did a video like 2 weeks back about maybe it's 3 weeks now by the time this goes up, or by the time I film this or anything. Maybe it's 3 weeks now, but I did a video about all of my unused journals to keep a catalog of the journals that I have, and this one is the used ones. So going through basically chronologing my journaling journey throughout the years. So how this is going to be laid out is I'm going to start with diaries. So like these ones have little like volume numbers on them. Those are my diaries, and they go all the way back to when I was like 8 years old in 3rd grade. So we're going to start with those, and then we'll kind of, I guess, work our way through all the other types of journals I've used. Honestly, I've only recently started getting into like, you know, a lot of different ideas and trying those ideas out and having a good time with them. A lot of my old journals are pretty standard, like diaries. This is like embarrassing, but fan fiction notebooks that I used to write fan fiction in. Old sketchbooks that I barely used because I gave up being an artist when I was in high school. And, you know, just other things that pertain to work and things like that. So I've, like I said, only recently started getting into the more creative types of journaling, but I did want to just take a look back. And honestly, again, this also for me kind of going down memory lane and just seeing what some of my old journals have to say. I'm always looking for new ideas, and maybe young me had some interesting ideas that I just never implemented. So yeah, gonna take a look at those and see what I can find. Quickly before we begin, I just wanted to say that if you watched my 2025 projects video, which I'm sure if you're watching this, you probably did, thank you so much. That video had so much like reception on it. I was totally shocked by how many people watched it and how many people enjoyed it and how many people liked my ideas. I'm blown away. So thank you so much if you watched that video. Thank you if you liked it. Thank you if you didn't like it. I really appreciated it. Thank you. Yeah, I wanted to say that before we got started. Anyway, yeah, let's on with the video, shall we? All right, we're starting off strong with volume 1, which is my very, very first diary. I don't know if it says anywhere, but this was like oh, here we go. It's so, look at this. Date given, April 17th, 2005. Good Lord. So this is a very, very, very old diary from when I was a child. And again, it's got like terrible handwriting, nonsense written in it. I'm not gonna flip too much through it because who knows what's in here. I actually don't even know. I haven't looked at these in years. I got this on my 8th birthday, I'm pretty sure, and it was in a That's So Raven like pillow that, I don't know if anyone remembers those old like journal-y pillows that had like a hard back. So it had like a hard back, and then you could open it, and like there was a pillow on one side and a hard back on the other side, and you could open it, and inside on the pillow part was a little pocket that you slipped the notebook in, so it was like a secret diary that you could hide. So yeah, that's where this came from, and I used it for a long time, and I even clearly went back to use it later. See, some of this handwriting got a lot better. So yeah, 2010, that's way after I originally stopped using this. But yeah, very first diary. And I'm just gonna keep moving along the veins of the diaries. Volume 2, this is a Lisa Frank notebook, which brings back a slew of memories. Again, back in 2006, a lot of old stuff, just freeform journaling. I used to decorate the edges of my notebook pages with different like pictures and swirlies and all that. Yeah, very simple. Went back in middle school. This one, I wrote a bunch of stuff that I would find on like forums. Like it's really cringe stuff. Like I was so stupid to think that maybe for 1 second you actually cared. What is the drama? Oh my goodness. These are funny. This is hilarious. Yeah, this was like 6th or 7th grade or something like that. I do remember these old diaries that I used to have. I did used to censor them because a friend of mine, like, she took my diary one day and started reading it and then said, "Oh wow, you write really good. This reads like a book." So then she started reading my diaries. So then I had to stop. I had to stop. I didn't stop writing in my diary, but I started censoring myself, which is honestly not a good. Just don't let people read your diary. Or if they do read your diary, like, I don't even know. I didn't know what to do in that situation, and quite honestly, I still don't. Next one, I switched. I started decorating on the cover with pictures and things like that. Again, my handwriting started getting better. It's cool. This notebook, I actually don't know what this notebook is, but it has like blank pages on one side and then a place to write on the other side. I have no idea what kind of journal this is though. It doesn't really say anywhere. But yeah, I had a decent time with this one. Again, it's so messy, so sloppy, but you know, old diaries and all that. Here is one of the ones, I talked about it in my unused journal video. I have another one that's kind of one of these flip ones. So here's one, I used to be obsessed with them. Just, yeah, old diary entries. These are really interesting. And again, with the decorating the inside, started getting into that because it was just too blank for me. I needed to put stickers in it. It's also pretty interesting to think about what things that I was into back then. Clearly, Case Closed was at the height of my brain. And I guess Tangled had come out at this time. There's Harry Potter stuff, because I only got into Harry Potter close to like the middle of high school. So it's just interesting to see like the stuff that I was into back then. I have this really beautiful one. Oh my gosh, it like left tons of mess behind. Good Lord. I have this peacock one, which is really beautiful. I really like that clasp it's got. But I don't think I ever actually finished using this one. And probably because of the clasp, I never finished using it. It probably started bothering me. Yeah, I didn't actually finish using it. But I do think it's very nice. Oh, let's see. It's Punch Studios from the Kirshner Directive Arts Collection. Interesting. I cannot read what that says. The Gifted Line, I think that's called. Okay, nice. This is what I like to call the start of my Moleskine phase. So this one, and then not 8, but 9 through 13 are all Moleskine notebooks. I just was obsessed with Moleskines. I really like this one. This one is Lord of the Rings themed. And I really like this one. So then I just started using them a bunch. And, you know, just got really into them. This one, I took a break from the peacock one. I took a little bit of a break from journaling. And then I started college, and I was not doing very well in college. I was sick. Didn't know I was sick, but I was. And so I started journaling again to, like, help me, I guess. And it was really helpful. Let me just... Okay. Yeah, I started, like, just journaling again, doing lyrics to songs, including Japanese lyrics, doing some drawing, putting pictures in, Tumblr nonsense. Well, yeah, as you can see, that's how I was feeling in college. And I think this one is actually completely full, which is a rarity. I actually don't have too many completely filled notebooks, and I do think this really, really helped me when I was going through that stuff in college. So, yeah. Again, the start of the Moleskine era. Except this one right after, which is a Wonder Woman notebook. And this one is a Wonder Woman notebook because through all of my stuff I had to do, long story short, I had to have a surgery. I had to go back home and I had to have a surgery. And then my parents got me this notebook for Christmas that year. I had gotten the surgery in December, and then they gave me this notebook for Christmas because they said, now that I'm on the road to recovery, I'll be like Superwoman. and just, you know, fly sky high and all that. So I don't want to dig too deep into these ones because there could actually be information in these ones because I haven't looked at these in years. So I'm a little reluctant to open them, so I apologize for that. I'm gonna start doing massive collages in these notebooks of just stuff I liked. And there's some other stuff in here that I probably won't put. Oh yeah, I was obsessed with Hiccup and Astrid from How to Train Your Dragon. I was obsessed with How to Train Your Dragon in general. So there's all of that. Just taking random things and making collages out of it. It was just really nice, really helpful, I guess, for my own mental health, and I didn't even realize it. Volume 9. Another Moleskine. I like this one. This is really nice. It's got like tape going on. They usually don't have too many designs on the back. This one just has like looks like a speaker. I'm gonna see if I can find a collage in here. Oh, here we go. A nice collage from, you know, the classic old school collage you used to do when you cut up a bunch of magazines. Looks like I bought some things at one point, so I put all the little tags in here. Yeah, it's just fun stuff. This one is actually, I don't think this is a Moleskine. It's Insight, but it's very Moleskine-esque. This one is it's Game of Thrones, and it's House Stark. Definitely should have seen that one. Stuff I was into. Man, lots of collages. I'm showing you the collages and not the words, but I promise you there's a lot of like actual entries where I actually write stuff. All right, in this one, we just went to go see the movie Thor, and we saw Thor and Thor 2. I watched them, and I actually really enjoyed them, and this is basically me just writing about them. And this is kind of the start of me like wanting to not the start, I was doing it in previous journals too, but I just like to document the stuff that I watch. And then eventually I moved it to its own journal. This one, probably really hard to see. It's another Moleskine, and it's Mickey Mouse. Yeah, that's very hard to see. I don't know if you can see it at all, but it's Mickey Mouse. And this one actually is not finished. I have a lot of unused pages in this one. We have a Batman one. This one actually is really full, really chunky. Lots of stuff going on. I see lots of Disney stuff in here. That's interesting. And then another Game of Thrones one. This one is actually a Moleskine for real. And this one has the queen or dragons. I actually don't... I like the aesthetic of Game of Thrones, but I actually didn't watch all of Game of Thrones. I watched half of like season 1. And then I kind of stopped watching it and didn't watch the rest. I know what happens in it, but I just didn't actually watch it. And here we have the end of the Moleskines. This one's volume 13. And this one goes into 2016. I was not showing you the years that it was going to. My bad. But this one's going to 2016. This one is 2016 to 2017. And this is just a regular composition notebook. Yeah, same deal. Sticking things in, putting things in, doodling, apparently. Photos in here. I'm pretty sure I was trying to cosplay this character at some point. Just random notes, stuff that makes me, you know, happy and excited, which is mostly what these journals are. So I'm going to speed run pretty much the rest of them. There's not that many left. I have this owl one that my husband would probably hate. He absolutely despises owls. My owl one, volume 15. Volume 16 is another Moleskine, but it's this cute little tiny one. And this one has drawing bits on one side and a blank page on one side and then a writing page on the other side. And yeah, I mostly just like put pictures in here. Mostly put pictures, sometimes drew little things, but not usually. Another Batman one. I don't think this one's as cool as the other one though. But yeah, same deal, but I started falling off of journaling around this point. This one's not full. Like you can see, it's like half empty. But I moved into another journal, which is another Moleskine, but it's a really big one this time. And I didn't finish this one either, but this one is heavily decorated, like crazy decorated. This is the inside cover. It's just collage galore. I think I also did the back side as well. This one's not as complete as the other one, but yeah, just I started getting really into like the decoration aspect. And this one also not finished. I was starting to fall off with this, finishing, not finishing. What are the dates on these? This is around 2019. So yeah, around this time, a little bit after, is when I got my first job, like job, full-time job as a teacher, and then I really struggled. This is my last diary that I have. It's another moleskin, and again, heavily decorated front and back. Not complete, obviously. And yeah, I just didn't really finish. Didn't really finish this one. But maybe I'll get back to it. If I do get back to journaling like this like long form type of journaling, then I'll probably just use a completely new notebook and not these ones. All right, that was all of my diaries, like the classic long form journaling. Now I'm just gonna move into some miscellaneous nonsense that I have. Starting off with this little guy. This is actually just notes from me and my friend from middle school. We just would write notes back and forth to each other. That's it. That's this entire notebook. It's honestly ridiculous. I haven't read it in a while, but from what I do remember about it, it's nonsense. I have this notebook, which is full of random stuff. It's just a regular college ruled notebook. It's got stickers on the front. Just random stuff in it. Random writing. I've got MASH games in here. Practicing lettering for some reason. Random quotes from stuff that I found on the internet. Like, nothing too crazy in here. But, yeah, just nonsense. Random stuff you do in middle and high school. This is a fanfiction notebook. So I was writing fanfiction. Looks like this one is mostly either Maximum Ride. Yeah, Maximum Ride or Detective Conan. Took me a second to see what was in there. But Maximum Ride, Detective Conan fanfiction. This one, also fanfiction. Maximum Ride fanfiction again. And Detective Conan fanfiction again, because I guess I was really into that. Good lord, it's actually a lot more than I thought it was. It's a lot of nonsense in these. Another fanfiction notebook. Oh, this is actually an iCarly fanfiction. This one's actually pretty long too. This is a continuous story. The other ones were all shorts, like individual like short stories. This is an actual full, well, it's not full, it's not finished, but it's actually a long multi-chapter story. Another fanfiction notebook. Let's see, I had a problem. This one I think is individual shorts. I think there's a healthy mix in here. Danny Phantom, Detective Conan, Magic Kaito, probably other stuff. Oh, there's random doodles in the back too. And stuff about my classes, okay? This is so interesting. See, this is like kind of why I kind of wanted to go back and look at some of these. Oh, I was trying to write down information about a case closed. Either this is an episode, well, it says volume, so this is for the volume 5 of Case Closed. That's quite funny. See, I was already doing my my book stuff way back when. I just didn't realize it. And then we have this, which is How to Train Your Dragon, but from Astrid's point of view, I think. I don't know. Hiccup's point of view. It says right there. I'm so good. How to Train Your Dragon. You can see the stuff I was obsessed with when I was a teenager. But yeah, that's all the fan fiction stuff. Yeah, just moving on completely. We got sketchbooks with random pointless stickers all over them. Old sketches that I drew, sketches that I would bring this sketchbook to my babysitting when I would babysit kids, and they would also draw in here. So yeah, just me practicing drawing and doing poorly and then deciding to never draw again. That's what happened in these sketchbooks. Last sketchbook. Yeah, more just doodling, pictures, attempts to draw. These are actually from 2018. Not bad. These aren't too bad, actually. Shocked to myself. 2018 feels like so long ago. But yeah, old sketchbooks, old journals. All right, we're continuing on. Speed running. If you've looked at any of the really old videos on my channel, this is actually the notebook that I used in my really old videos, my anime journal with me videos. So this one is kind of special. It's, torn up. It's a moleskin, and it just could not hold up to all the crap I was packing into it. Very chunky. But yeah, this is just reviews of whole seasons of anime that I like. And there's some photos on my Instagram page of these, and there's some videos of me doing some of these pages. Not all of them are finished. I did decorate a lot of them, but not all of them are finished. But I stopped using it because it was falling apart, and I couldn't keep up with I didn't like working in it as it was falling apart. So not all the pages are filled, but I actually really like this journal, and I think maybe I will not go back to this one, but I might do a kind of recreation / continuation in a sturdier notebook, because this one is just not sturdy enough. Speaking of continuing anime journals, is this the one? This is a journal that I think I tried to do some anime journaling in. It is, but didn't actually do any. Mostly just decorated pages and prepared stuff, but didn't actually write anything about any of them. So there's several decorated pages, nothing written. But like I said, maybe one day I'll get back to the anime journaling, just not today. All right, on to the composition notebooks. This one, random stuff. This one I think has to do with a lot of this has to do with my stuff for teaching. I was keeping track of all the things I had to do for making the lessons for my classes when I was a mentor teacher. So not a full teacher, but a mentor teacher. This is one of my notebooks that I use to model for my students. So I would pre-set up things, get things ready, and show them how to set up their little bubbles, what questions they needed to answer for different groups. So yeah. These are my reading journal notes from 2022. I was doing a reading journal back then, I guess, and I did write a couple things. I set up a lot of things. Didn't write a lot, but set up a lot. So yeah, start of the reading journal. Another example, the other one you saw was the reading notebook. This one's the writing notebook. Same deal. A lot of setup, showing how to set up your journal, what to put in it, and a lot of our writing prompts that we did. These ones were a lot more about fun because this was during the pandemic, I believe. So I was just trying to make it more fun for the kids. Another reading journal mod. It's the same thing as first one. This is just for mod 2. They were just in a different place than mod 1, so that's why I had to have a completely separate notebook. They weren't doing the same things, essentially. And another writing notebook example. Again, you're doing different stuff. This is when we went on a African safari virtual field trip, and we drew pictures and we talked about what our favorite part was. Again, it looks really simple, but it's because my students were in second grade, and second graders sometimes need a lot of scaffolding. This is actually notes for a series that I was trying to write in college. I have like characters written down, some story elements, but never actually did anything with that information. But I do have the notes for them, so if I ever wanted to, I could, I guess, start something. I do have an idea for putting it in one of my journals that really does fit the vibe. It's one of the Halloween journals, but I have so many projects that I want to work on, and I feel like that one is one that I want to spend a significant time actually planning out and trying to do well. So, you know, I'll get there eventually. I'm trying to go slow, even though if you've seen my journal projects video for 2025, it doesn't look like it's a slow process, but I promise you it's slow for me. Another journal, is this a moleskin? This is a moleskin. Oh, the little bands are gone. Wow, there's no bands here. This one is a dot grid, and this is, again, I started really liking the dot grid at some point. I've got like, I was making characters, it looks like. I was making D&D characters. Xana. I used Xana in an old campaign. And some reviews of Spider-Man. And it looks like some other stuff in here. More character concept ideas. More attempts at making an anime journal. Looks like I was trying to review a game, The Wolf Among Us. Didn't actually end up writing anything, which is probably my main problem and the thing that I want to like work on the most. I set up a lot of stuff, I have a lot of plans, and sometimes it just doesn't get done. And honestly, part of this channel is to help me keep accountable and actually do some of the projects that I want to do. This is actually a Archer and Olive, and I think I mentioned it in one of my videos, but I used this notebook to just put a bunch of stickers in that I knew I was never going to use, or there were just too many of them and there was no plan for them. So I just ended up creating a giant sticker therapy journal that just has stickers everywhere. No cohesion, no storyline, no rhetoric, no nothing. It's just stickers upon stickers, just collected on top of each other in, I don't even know what to call it. It's just random, like absolutely random. Like I put like the same sets of stickers with each other, but a lot of the placement of them is just random. I was just trying to get rid of them really and put them in something. Oh, these are old like teacher stickers. These are from an Archer and Olive kit, I believe, from like way back, like 2021 or something like that. These like old stickers, I bought these like, again, years ago from like, I don't know, one of those cheapy bad websites like Shein or something like that, that for some reason were super thick. And I don't know why they were so thick. They're also pretty shiny, I don't know if you can tell. And I just stuck them in because I'm like, I'm not using these. Like, I'm really not. Like, there is no place I'm going to use them. A bunch of like beer and wine stickers. In this same like sticker kit, there was also ones for like bubble tea and like coffee and stuff. So I would use those because I could just substitute the coffee ones and say it's tea, like in a journal or something. But I don't really drink beer, and I'm not really a fan of wine either. And there just was so many, and I just wasn't going to use them. So in the sticker collage book they go. A bunch of like Japanese food stickers, a bunch of haiku stickers, and trust, I still have plenty more haiku stickers, but there's just too many. These are like, I guess like Japanese buildings. I kind of like the way this spread looks, honestly. Disney stickers. These are Disney princess stickers. More Disney princess stickers. I'm not quite sure, like Japanese landscapes. I will say I had a lot of like, oh, here's Pokemon stickers. I had a lot of these types of stickers too because I would give these stickers to my students. So I had like a whole box full of like anime stickers and Pokemon stickers and Disney stickers that I had stopped teaching, so I wasn't going to use them, and I'm not going to hold on to them for however many years until I go back to teaching, because I will go back, just not currently. Some like celestial type ones. Again, I don't even know where half these came from. These look like book stickers. Hero Academia, rainbow stickers. Random, I guess I would call this random sticker page. Hunter x Hunter. Anyway, you kind of get the picture. It's just random stuff. And I guess I'm showing you this one. These are Heartstopper. I guess I'm showing you this one just because I haven't shown you a lot of the other ones, because a lot of them have like more personal stuff in them that I'd rather not show. This one, not that personal. It's just stickers. Just stickers. These are random anime. I couldn't name half of them. Random like girl stickers that I don't know what they're saying stuff, but I don't know what they're saying. Lion King stickers. I guess, yeah, this one must have been from a teaching sticker notebook. More of those thick card stocky stickers. More random anime. Dragon Ball Z. More of those wine ones. This one kind of has like kind of a design. More Heartstopper. This looks like, I guess, like both fantasy and like reality kind of landscape photos. They're actually really pretty. Sparkles galore. Also, I apologize for the lighting. My window's open and it's pretty chaotic. I'm so sorry. More rainbow colory ones. I guess like greens. More of these. More of these. Just lots of random stickers, like I said, that I just wasn't planning on using. And there we go. We've hit the end. This one is actually so full. The little like things fell off. So I still have them, but they're just tucked away in the back here. And that's the end of that one. I've got this journal, which I think was supposed to be a TV journal. Yeah, this was an old attempt at a TV movie journal that I just did not continue on with. We got out 2020. There you go. Sorry, that was not in frame. Yeah, a bunch of old, yes, I did watch The Lion Guard, don't judge me. Troll Hunters, which I believe this page is probably on my Instagram somewhere. Yeah, TV journal, first go. Actually, this one is another moleskin. That last one was a moleskin too. This one is one I used in school. There's some photos in here, music list of music I'm into, but I want to be careful because I'm pretty sure there's like names of students in this one. So I'm not going to dig too deep into that one and test it. All right, hold on one second. I need to fix the lighting because it's bothering me. Okay, hopefully that is a little better now that I've closed the windows. Let's keep going. These are like little cash journals. They're moleskin ones, and they just got random stuff in them. I was really into, like a couple years ago, I was really into otome games. So I've got like otome characters that I was writing reviews for because of course I was. And again, just didn't finish writing them. I put out pictures. I actually had some really nice little lettering things. How did I do that? I don't even know how I did those. Like, look at that. Look at how pretty that looks. How did I do that? How did I write like that? My goodness. Oh, I like that one. The Luca. That's really pretty. How did I do this? I need to go back to my younger self and be like, how did you do this? And it wasn't even too long ago. It was like maybe like 4 years ago that I was doing these notebooks. Man, what's in this one? This one is when I was trying to catalog my Archer and Olive collection. This was actually pretty recent. Didn't actually end up doing what I wanted to do with that, but that's fine. I was gonna do a review of Persona 5, the game. I laid out pages, didn't actually do anything. I think I was gonna talk about each of the, I forget what it's called, but like when you make a connection with a person and they match one of the tarot cards. I was gonna do like a page on each of them and discuss like who is my favorite character, but never finished it. See, this is the trend I want to stop. I want to stop the trend of not actually finishing any of my journal projects. I have a couple diaries that are finished, and I appreciate that. There's some notebooks that I used for a purpose that are done with, and those are good. But these ones that I just start and never finish, I need to work on that. That's like, I'm honestly also making this video to shame myself. So just ignore me while I berate myself for not using these journals to their full capacity. This one is another like kind of anime-ish journal. Pretty sure I have some of these pages on... Do I have some of these pages on Instagram? Maybe not. I think I made one of these pages on Instagram. Was it this one? It might have been this one. All right, not Instagram. I made this one on YouTube, I think. So yeah, ended up not finishing it. Oh, I really love this one. This is a beautiful page. And where was I, how was I doing this? I'm in awe of my own handwriting from not that long ago. That's quite funny. All right, the little caches. I'm cheating with this one a little bit before I get to the other ones are all Archer and Olive ones. I showed you one Archer and Olive one, and the rest are Archer and Olive ones. But I'm going to go pretty quickly through them because you've probably seen them. I'm cheating with this one, but this is my Centering Pregnancy notebook. I'm not going to open it because it's got my personal, it's got medical information in there from when I was pregnant. But I'm counting it because I did actually finish this one. I took all the notes, I did all the activities. When I went to the, we had like a pregnancy, I had a pregnancy group, like a medical group, I guess, if you call it that, where we were all first-time moms. And we were in a group together going through, we were all having babies around the same time. So they put us all together and we did our medical like examination in a separate place, but we had discussion about like our fears and our worries and our happy thoughts and what we were excited about and, you know, stuff we should prepare for. We did all that together as a group. So it was really nice, and I have really great memories of it. So I'm counting this one, especially since it's complete. All right, next one, I'm breezing through a lot of these Archer and Olive notebooks because a lot of them you've seen. Some of them you haven't, but a lot of them you have. This one is a tiny notebook that I was using to track my son's eating habits when he started eating solid foods. But that quickly devolved and it turned into another random sticker journal. But this one actually turned out pretty good because my son liked to look at me while I was doing my little journals. So I would just put stickers in this one and then give it to him and he would be excited. Okay, this is the page. There were bubble stickers in here. I think it was like PJ Masks and like some Spider-Man ones, and they were like bubble like plush stickers or something like that. And he like peeled them out. Like he was having a great time peeling them out with his fingers. So, hey, it worked out great. This page too also had them. And I know you can't see it because it's like, I'm sure it's too hard to see. But like dots are pulled up. It's like scratched up because he just rips these stickers out. But he had a good time with this notebook. He doesn't really look at it too much anymore. He's now more into other stuff as he's more mobile. But when he was like 9-10 months old, loved it. Rip the stickers out, throw them on the floor. And that was cool for me. I've got this journal, which is just a collection of random nonsense. I always have at least one journal in constant fluctuation that's random nonsense. Again, random sticker pages. I've got an old social media plan because I was gonna start doing videos a while ago and then I just didn't do it. So now I'm actually getting into it. I have some journal ideas for myself, which I was writing down from a while ago, actually. It looks like from last year. We're doing Thanksgiving this year at our place, so I've got a plan for Thanksgiving in here for what we're gonna buy and the stuff we're gonna cook. So yeah, it's just a catch-all for all my random notes that don't go anywhere else. You've seen this one. This is my therapy journal. Won't really say any more on that. It's my therapy journal. the recipe journal, the old daily journal that I'm not using anymore, the oh so wonderful and complete reading journal that I'm super proud of, and I can't wait till I have more journals that are as wonderfully complete as this one. Love it so much. An absolutely failed attempt at a bullet journal. I've been trying to bullet journal for years. All of my old bullet journals that I attempted to use have actually been thrown away when I did my purge when we moved. So I don't have a lot of my old attempts, but this one was a recent attempt for this year and still didn't really work out. It's mostly my fault. I'm clearly more of a actually planner person. But yeah, maybe one day it'll work out for me. But really failed attempt. I put these little tabs in. And I tried to like set up dailies and stuff, and it just wasn't, or weeklies I guess, but it just wasn't working out. And nothing ever got filled out. So maybe one day it'll happen, but this year was not the year. All right, these are my daily journals that I've been using for the past year. These are from 2023. This one is from 2024, this year. I think you've at least seen this one in my other videos before. A lot of the pages in this first one are blank, like this one, but it's essentially what I talked about in my journal projects video. I would decorate a page, it has the date, the day and the dates at the top or at the bottom or wherever, and some kind of decoration, and then little pictures on the side to talk about what was going on that day. There's a grad sticker in this one because this is the day that my brother graduated. Didn't write anything, but I at least remember why that sticker's there. There's other pages that are written in, but again, not gonna show because they have important photos in there. This one, same deal, only this is when I was doing the 4 square. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, instead of, every day having one of its own pages, because when I was doing it in this one, it was way too much space for me. This was a lot easier, and there are pages that are like just absolutely beautiful. Again, probably not gonna show. So yeah, my daily journals. I will still be continuing the daily journal tradition. It's kind of my new diary, I guess you could say. So I'll just be keeping up with those. 3 more to go, and they're not that interesting. I'll do these 2 at once. These are both the very first Archer and Olive notebooks that I ever bought, and I bought them, I'm pretty sure it was before the pandemic, and it was like, I think right before I started teaching, so like maybe 2019 or something like that. So yeah, very early on. And it was a while ago. And currently this one is, again, like random notes. I pull out pages when I need to use like some of the dotted grid paper. So it's just extra paper basically. That's the same kind of paper as this. Same deal with this. This is a blackout notebook. I bought it from them because I had never seen a blackout notebook before and I thought it was intriguing. And I was going to do, what do you know, otome game reviews in this one. And I started doing it, but I really was not a fan of like having to use like those metallic gel pens. I don't like gel pens at all. And I didn't like having to use like the metallic colors to get them to show. And I wasn't privy to Archer and Olive's like pens that actually work on their blackout notebooks that aren't super metallic-y. So I just kind of like fluffed off, and like I now just use it for blackout paper. If I want to like put it in something, I just tear out a page. So yeah, excess paper journals. And the last one is my previous year's TV journal. Now this one is a lot sadder than the one that I'm working on this year, because this year I actually have kept up with the TV journal, so there's not a lot of blank pages. This one, unfortunately, has a lot of blank pages. Some are filled out, but there are a lot of blank ones, and a lot of the, some of the cover pages like this just are a little lacking. I've got some things written down, some stuff is filled out, but it's just a lot of not complete pages, especially towards the back end here. There was, which this one was rough and this one was on me. I left way too much. We did a Doctor Who kind of marathon, starting with the Ninth Doctor from the reboot from 2005, and just did the entire series. And I left one whole spread for one season, and that was way too much. And I immediately got intimidated because we were racing through that show, and I just was not keeping up at all. So I feel kind of bad. The rest of them have like photos and things, but nothing written down except for maybe some random ones. I'm not sure if I'll ever go back and re-put anything in here because it just feels like a lot of extra work when I'm also currently actually keeping up with my current one. My current one is all caught up, lovely. I think I'm only missing like one from like September, so it's not even that far back. I just have to go back really quick. So TV journal, this one is not that impressive. My one that I'm working on this year, definitely more impressive, promise. But yeah, those are all of my used journals. I feel like this was a long video. It probably is. I'm not looking at the time, so I have no idea. But I feel like this is a long video, but thanks for sticking with me the whole time if you did. I've seen the comments about the D&D journal. A lot of people want to see it. Sure, I will totally show you the D&D journal. I will definitely work on filming that. This is the first day all week that my son has actually slept for longer than 30 minutes. So I actually had a chance to do an actual video because I haven't all week. So I needed to do this one because this is one that I was planning on doing. But I will 100% do a D&D journal, like a show off of the D&D journals. That will be in the near future. Hopefully within the next 2 weeks or so, I'll be able to get one up for you guys. So I have heard you. Definitely stick around to see that one. I've also seen people, there's actually been quite a few people who were interested in the Bluey journal. Shock. Did not expect anyone to be that interested in that. That's mostly for me, but sure, I will show you what I've got so far when I get a moment to do another recording for it. So yeah, and I just want to again thank everyone for all of the support and all of the love that you guys showed on that 2025 projects video. I was blown away by the response to that video. So thank you so much, everyone who watched it. And if you watch this one and you go watch that one, thank you too. I really, really appreciate it. And thank you to all the people who subscribed. I was blown away. So I really, really appreciate it. So yeah, I hope you at least kind of enjoyed this one. Again, a lot of my videos are mostly for me, so that's why I was just shocked that so many people even watched the other videos. So yeah, thank you. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.